Hello, 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 hello. We need a nice back crack before we start the stream. Ow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take me out. No one living here. I'll bring the chat up here. Um, make sure nothing can dox me. All good. Capture card. Bow, bow. I think this text is a little too small for screen. Oh, too big for me. Let me. This is a good balance. Okay, okay. What session was this though? Damn it. Let me. Okay. Okay. No, no, no. Damn it. Okay, okay. I know. I know. 505. All right. Tests. Tests. Just as cargo run compiles your code and runs the resultant binary, I need something that's not going to distract me with lyrics. Mm, do that lo-fi rock, rock metal kawas. Yes. And I need more leg room. I can't like. Yeah, no, it's okay. Okay, this is decent. Keep my phone away. All right. That's cargo run, compiles your code, and then runs the resultant binary. Cargo test compiles your code in test mode and runs the resultant test binary. The default behavior of the binary produced by cargo test is to run all the tests in parallel and capture output generated during test runs, preventing the output from being displayed and making it easier to read the output related to the test results. You can, however, specify command line options to change this default behavior. Some command line options go to cargo test and some go to the resultant test binary. Separate these two types of arguments. You list the arguments that go to cargo test followed by the separator, and one that go to test binary running cargo test help displays the option you can use with cargo test. And running cargo test displays the options you can use after the separator. These options are also documented in the test section of the Rust ebook. Running tests in parallel or consecutively. When you run multiple tests, the default they run in parallel using threads, meaning they finish running more quickly and you get feedback sooner. Because the tests are running at the same time, you must make sure your tests don't depend on each other or on any shared state. Behind blue eyes. To be the bad man. Man, my Discord is so messy. I mean, not my Discord, but a server, but all of the notifications that I gotta clear up. And I can't find any servers that I want to leave. I've cleaned it up as much as I can. Mm, 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 mm. Man, my back hurts. Damn it. The only chair that can, like, properly treat my whole back is in the office. It's stiff enough that I can twist against it. This chair doesn't do the same. I'm gonna try it one more time. Yeah, no. No. Let me try the knee method. Uh, nope. No success. I'm trying to track my back. Hello, Kogo. How are you? I need to be stepped on. What are you up to? Working on your book. Let's go. You said something about wanting to get a Hetzner server or something. I'm having a good time with Hetzner. It's doing a lot for me. There's so many services on it now. I have Uptime Kuma set up to do monitoring. And if a server goes down, I will get a notification on Discord. When it goes back up, I'll be informed as well. Oh, CICD is not working. Wait, let me check that. I'm not getting. Yeah. Or you could, like, if you were happy with the compute you have at home, you could set up Tailscale, right? If you want to SSH into it. Otherwise, like web traffic, you can proxy it through Cloudflare. Hey, hot dog flare water. Good to see you. Should I do this here? No, let's do this here. Ma'am, quit. Oh, always close your laptop. Oh, okay, okay. You didn't get any of those like little B-Link servers, did you? I thought you said you would. Brr. The CI. What is this? Low fixed. Oh, framework. Yeah, you posted that on Twitter. How is it? No clone step. What is this item about? Must you either get it? Oh, you get it tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I've been like using this whatever system you're seeing right now. It's a really old laptop. It's a really old laptop from 2014. 8 GB RAM. It doesn't run much. It's just like Omarchi. But because all of the development and the services I use are running on the Hetzner server, my laptop's not really taking a hit. It's just SSH, right? I'm just like in bed, like sitting against my pillows, working away. I'm only like mostly on my computer, on my desk when I'm streaming. Because I'm already like on a desk most of the day at the office. 96 GB RAM. Holy shit. All right. You can do a lot with that. Which framework did you get? Um, check for new OpenClaw releases and notify. This reference building from source. No step to clone the repo if that directory doesn't exist. After server rebuild or cleanup was actually pruned. Better fallback. Git clone. Oh, this way the instructions work whether or not the source directory. Okay. Remember the CI notifier we set up. It hasn't been working because I didn't get a notification on the last push. Where's my browser? Oh, there it is. I set up a pipeline in Forheho. Oh, it failed. But it's supposed to notify as well on Discord if it fails or succeeds. Framework 13. Completely maxed out. Hell yeah. It looks so cool. Yeah, I've grown to like smaller, like 13-inch. This is a 13-inch as well. Screens. What are you up to, Hot Dog Water? Rebuilt DIY edition. And you can swap out, yeah. Then RAM. Hit the bed. Oh yeah, I did start very late today. You dead today? Ooh, what do you get up to? Do you go out with friends? 2K, 2.8K. Webcam. Keebs. No crapware. Oh shit. Don't don't spoil raids. Let them happen. Yo, love. How are you? No, no sexo. No sexo right now. My back hurts. We'll get your sexo a little later. Pow, 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 da, da. Yes, yes. I might like started the stream very low energy. So if my energy goes up, then the promise is. If my energy is down, then rip. It'll happen tomorrow then. I never gave you when a sex will happen. A mass, yeah, I was sleeping, but I saw her. I wanted to maintain my streak, so I like went in. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Look at my dashboard. Can I? What can I do with it? 42 up. I think it's like 24 containers. New dashboard. My uptime Kuma monitoring everything. The Forjejo Git container. What is this? Oh, it's the container. This is the link. So it tests if the link is up, test if the container is running. No, for Uptime Kuma is the open source. You can run. Yo, Faye, thank you for the raid, Faye. Hello, huge Faye. You've been doing so good. You're killing it. Everybody follow Faye. I told you guys she's gonna be huge, and she's huge. You guys didn't invest early. I invested in the fairy broadcasts early. I saw the potential. W invest. I invest before the hockey stick. You know the hockey stick chart. Yeah, I invested before the hockey stick. So the magic where it was happening, I got in there. Oh yeah, how is Weaver Games? Early on, you used to say you're not comfortable. I did too. She forget. Oh no! I hope you don't forget me. So epic, everyone is epic. That's good. But I'm glad you did it when you were comfortable to do so on your own terms instead of allowing people to pressure you into it. Thank you for the follow, Bakusan. How are you? How are you? What are you up to? Bro, that trundle is horrifying. Oh, we seeing one on one. Okay, yeah. You don't have to do the whole VC thing. I'm all right. I'm just chilling. Happy that I got a fairy ride. Um, what the philosophy? Oh, I want to tell you about my clipping strategy, right, Faye? So I have a server that's running in Germany that's running all sorts of different services, right? Um, for example, my links. So this is I'm not like using an alternative service. It's my page. Like I'm running it on my own on my own server. If you want a links website alternative to Linktree that's not run by corpos, yeah, I got everything I can think of that I'm comfortable sharing. If you want, you can get like me. I'm love.abu.guru or fei.abu.guru. Just hit me up. I can make one for you. Give me the links. Um, What does this my link do? This is just my links all in one page. It's a link tree, but link, yeah, that I get to use my own domain, right? And I can customize this page. I don't like the look. I'm going to improve it, make it custom to my personality. But right now, it's just plain with all of my links. There's no tracking. There's no like analytics. I'm not selling data to another company, blah, blah, blah. Other stuff is I have a Git repo of my own to store my own code in private so that GitHub doesn't see what's in my repos. Yeah. What else? I have Dino, Darabura Guru. So this is a way for me to spin up game servers. So right now there's a Minecraft server that's running. And I set up a Hytale server, but it's off now. But if I want, any game that supports like multiplayers, the Guru come from. I got this domain back in uni for like make your own portfolio project, and I found that it was available for cheap, so I got it. Then I didn't renew it, and it was unavailable for a while, and then it came back. Hello, Kane for Tenchi. Welcome, welcome, bro. I have to like follow Tenchi again. I did like a mass unfollow, and Tenchi was one of the victims. A lot of people that I want to still watch were accidentally one of the victims. I did it when I was on Manic. Yeah, kind of like what Tabo does, but Tabo does it at a bigger scale. He uses the same software, so like Playdot hosting. He uses the same software, but modified by modified by Lilypad, so that it can support the scale that he's working at. What else is there? So yeah, you can set up your own like game servers. There's a list of games. Minecraft. Let's choose Source Engine. There's Ark, Team Fortress, Counter Strike, and you can bring in like there's a whole repo. Eggs, Pterodactyl. Yo, Neil Partner. Yo, welcome. Good to see you, Neil Partner. And you can just look up if that game you want is in here, or you can custom make it yourself. How's weekend work going? And then there is a search engine. Search.abutaguru. You can search stuff. So like if I look up fairy, let's see. Oh, second result. Connected to the URL bar? Possibly. I haven't looked into that. The reason I set up search, I'll get into that. The reason yes. The reason I set up my own search instance is, I'll get into that. I have tv.aburaguru if you want to watch shows, but that's locked to certain members. Children are out. The Pit is goated. The Pit. Oh, the show, is it a movie? And then there's the project I'm working on, Tour Asia. I think, yeah, this project. And it's coming along well. I'm like 7 days into working on it. We have an admin portal as well. I changed it to role-based access. So there are not like 3 different pages for that does slightly a different thing. Request failed. Damn it. Yo, it's your song. Hot off air water. So you can manage tours, guides, bring on partners. I made it mobile friendly today. Um, and last but not least, but it's down right now, is my AI assistant, OpenClaw, Clankusi. Clankusi will come on chat on the 5th. Right now, it ran out of usage limits. And I found a way to like reduce those usage limits by. Did I create it from scratch or is it open source? Hey, Mooning Flux, what are you asking that I created from scratch? Tour Asia was from scratch. Everything else are just open source projects. The tour booking website, this is my own. But everything else is open source, including the AI assistant OpenClaw. So right now, I wanted OpenClaw the assistant to have the ability to search and sell the tour thing. Yeah, it's not just a fun project, and I already have the infra in place. So it's like a family business where they're partnered with DMC Tourism. They're called destination management companies. But they don't target retail audience. So that's what I'm trying to capture. Right now, they just cater to businesses that are looking to give their employees like a vacation. Now I am trying to bring in like just the general public, make it accessible. Yeah. I wanted to search, and by default it has access to Brave search, right? And they have an API, but it only allows for 1,000 requests per month, and I feel like it's going to do more than 1,000. So I set up my own search engine, so it'll use that instead. What I wanted to do for my clipping strategy, I don't know if it's still around, Faye. For my clipping strategy, every day at the end of every day, I wanted to check my Twitch to see if I streamed. If I did, download the clip, transcribe the whole thing, find like moments that are funny, moments that have hot takes, and then mark them, and then like send it to me. These are the timestamps. That way it'll make it easier for me to go through the clip, through the whole video and clip it, because I don't have the time to go through my own clips right now. Go through my own WODs right now. Yeah. And also, while it does that transcribing thing, I want it to store it into memory so that it has a better feel of who I am and what the screens are about. I don't like them, love. I tried them. I'm not a fan. Have it clipped with FFmpeg. I can try. Like, okay, just let it clip with FFmpeg, and then I go through the clips, and because I want to modify, I want like my creativity while there is some chat commands, but I don't want to like force you guys to, hey, like if you think there's a good moment, set a marker or clip it. But if you want to go ahead, like you just do /marker and then clip it and put the title, and I can go through the WOD and see. Um, but first trying to automate that process as much as possible. And then I go through the clips and I see like where I want. Uh, hey, not gonna even start. You here to behave? Okay, good. Hey, anti-communist, welcome in. Anti-communist screams trouble. How are you? But yeah, I wanted to like get the timestamps for me, and then I'll go through the WOD, clip it, cut it myself, and that's where my creativity comes in because I am pretty decent at the video editing stuff. It's just I can't I can't be bothered to go through my WODs from back to front. Other than trolling the French streamers, I don't know. I think that's already a lot. My man doesn't like the French. He wants to RMRF. Patriotic act? No. Straight over to Devna. What are you up to, anti-communist? But yeah, the whole like asking your viewers to clip and mark things. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to put you all. I don't want to make it feel like you're working while you're on my stream. I just want you to hang and enjoy. You're a Brit? I thought you're American. Oh, yeah. A lot of my like the software and game dev side of me. I'm part of a couple clusters on Twitch. The software game designist. No. um, no worries. The software and game dev side of me is mostly like in the most of my friends there are American. The league side of me is mostly British e-girls. I don't know why, but girls just make better yappers. So like that, and they're all very pretty. What do you mean, huh? I love my British e-girlfriends. And then there's like the South Asian side of me that's like part of like the political like crowd, but I don't really do politics on the stream. Like I'll get political, I'll talk about it a lot when it comes to workplace politics, corporate politics, that kind of stuff. But when it comes to geopolitics, that's like like a minefield. And I live in Saudi, Sri Lankan passport, so I can't touch that. Only streamer I hang out in that are not too big are eagles because of halls. Yeah, I got um yeah, I guess it was because of halls. I did I did know Fairy G, now we, but I was not very like involved. I just hung out in their streams a bit. Um but I think the first league streamer that I watched mostly story. What is 1 million Amelias? You can request it, anti-communist, just do SR. SR. Maybe I don't know the song. Was Tori Pixels, but she's American. Haha. The YouTube video is best. Ooh. Will it get me DMCA'd? I really like this song, Del Pointer. And I'm zoning out. I had biryani, so I have a bit of a food coma right now. Where was I? Oh, but after I found Halls through Twitter, I started getting introduced to like a lot of other League streamer friends. Oh, it's Suno generated, so probably not. What? 1 million Amelias. Did Beacon make this? Yeah. Same question. 1 million. Oh, wait, you already gave the link. Oh, shit.
British not skittish, my jolly good chap. British not skittish, and done with this crap. British not skittish, break the noise from the
Yo, this is like eye candy.
Raise your pint, lads in the back street, below, flashing purple threads, dystopic windows.
Nimba. Have you been playing it for 4 hours? Uno, Grok, and video. What the heck? Dude, the models have been grading crazy good. It is AI. It is AI.
Run from a thunderclap. British not skittish and done with this crap. Tried to shut it all down, but she ran a full lap. Why fools left in chorus? The meme.
Oh yeah. Propaganda game, and we started took it. Now she's your hero. Hell yeah. Yo, Lavo! I've never low penis genuinely. Haram. Harry Potter. So much of like British culture in it, or modern British culture. I like it. Why are these priests twerking in the club? Protein injects as well. That's what priests do. Check something else than a prompt. She coming on my injection to the screen. Bro, I wonder how, like, I'm not a fan of how the modern, like, I talk about the public domain a lot, and I have complained about how the modern copyright system just benefits corporations instead of just individual contributors. I wonder how all of this AI stuff is going to break copyright and change things. We shall see. We shall see. The flop and a tool. Yeah, yeah. You can there's some channels that I really like that are AI. One sec. Damn it. Like this channel, Philosopher, and he's open that like it's all AI generated, and I really like I like this. I like his videos. So, for example,
Why can't you overthink the best?
this is
You
all
spend
like,
hours
and he has a
assuming the
pipeline
worst-case scenario.
that builds
You imagine every way
these.
things could fall apart. Every rejection, every failure, every possible disaster. Your brain runs through it all in
We're back.
detail without you even asking it to. But when it comes to what could go right, nothing. Silence. You can't even picture it. The good outcomes feel fake, unrealistic, too hopeful to take seriously. This isn't your fault. Your brain was wired this way to protect you, to prepare you for danger. But now it's working against you. It's keeping you scared of things that haven't happened, and probably never will. You have to rewire it, on purpose. Force yourself to imagine the best case scenario with the same energy you give the worst. What if it works out? What if they stay? What if you actually succeed? Your brain will go wherever you point it. Stop pointing it at disaster. Start pointing it somewhere worth
No,
going.
what the heck?
If you can overthink the
But
worst,
yeah,
why?
and this channel's doing so well. Like 3.6 million followers for a couple months of being around. Yeah. And not only on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube. But in my opinion, the creativity is how this person behind it. Hey, Shonen, welcome. The creativity behind all of this is the person that set the pipeline up. You don't like it? I like him. I like him a lot. They feed on your dopamine. I don't know. I won't be able to watch a lot of them at once. But when they do show up on my timeline, it's a good pick me up. As Mind Hold music video? No, there is AI slop. And there's like ones that had thought go into it. Asmongold. Yeah, no. I don't want to watch Asmongold right now. Like I don't like Asmongold, but for some reason I find him so entertaining that he was my most watched last year. It just kept popping on my timeline, and the titles are so clickbaity. I don't agree with half the shit he says, and I'm still watching them. Like there are some things that I agree with, but most of the time, I'm like, why am I watching this? I don't I don't hate the guy. I don't. He has all like my opinion. Like you have your takes, I have my takes. As long as you're not coming from a place of moral superiority, I don't really hate you. Um, can't watch it right now because shilling mainstream war shit. Saves your mental health. Yeah, but I am a political person. By like, I just I don't want to talk geopolitics, mm, and I don't feel safe talking about it publicly. I like staying up to date, and I'll see all sides. I'll see like from the left, from the right. I am more of a lefty, to be honest, but that's such like American way of seeing, of aligning yourself like left and right. So it's hard for me. Shame, yeah. But like I have a lot of friends, miss top and bottom, yeah. I'm more of a top versus bottom kind of guy. But I have a lot of like right wing friends that I love, right? But like I'm not gonna push someone away because like we're completely different. We feel we have completely different political values. Like my dad's best friend, completely different politics than my dad. But like they will argue with each other, but you can see that they're arguing with each other out of love. And that's what I want to have in my friendships. Yeah, it's they just would rather have you all arguing and then fiddle with kids and bomb children. I was supposed to learn Rust today. We shall change it to software and game dev. Swing both ways? Hell yeah. And Shonen, don't worry about what happened on chat the last time, eh? Like you were doing fine. Um, I love Sarge, but I guess he was not in a good mood, or like something might have ticked him off from the way he read your chat. Speaking of, I can't remember Sarge's channel. If you guys like watching a Rust streamer, he's one of the OGs in this channel. Highly recommend Sergeant Pepper. Bow, 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 bow. I also wanted to test if my CI pipeline triggers a notification. Why do you miss the fun moments? What happened? Hot dog flavor water. Oh wait, because
OMG, imagine using that disgusting language over Rust. As a proud Rustacean, I'm going to inform you. That's blasphemy. You can do better. Grab cargo and start using a beautiful memory managed, statically typed, comfortable yet low-level language with a spectacular
chat understands me. Check if the CI pipeline runs, picked up the notify failure job. Before we do Rust, I want to make sure this works. Yeah, the Forjejo. Forjejo. It's going to fail because the Prisma upgrade, the notify failure. Didn't this just happen? No, it didn't work. Yeah. My own Git. Why would I trust GitHub with my code, with my AI generated code? The only reason I did it is because I want more control. I want my own runners.
Fuck! All right.
Yeah. And if GitHub's down, this thing will be up. If this is down, I blame myself. Yo, Stas. The heck, Stas? Let's freaking go. Oh shit. Been a bit, Stas. How are you? Thank you for the how many? 10 tier 1 gift subs. Holy moly. Big day. Thank you, buddy. Where is he? Good, good. How about me? I'm chilling. I've been cooking. I've been doing things. Ramadan time zone, so I've been streaming different times. But yeah, I've become a vibe coder. I am ashamed of it, but I have been doing a lot of vibe coding. Even my infra, I'm doing a lot of vibe infra work. But I have my own standard, so I set everything up manually. I don't fast though. On the down low, but the people around me don't know that. Sir, Rust is always worth watching. Yeah, he's good. He's building a game. He's a good. He's a very chill streamer. He also plays a lot of Zelda when he's not feeling like doing dev work. But I set up my standard manually. Like you got to follow like these set of rules when you're creating a new set of containers. Building Palantir. I'm building my Palantir as well. Don't play Fleetwood Mac on his channel. This is true. But I'm running all of these services, Stas. It's all proxied via Cloudflare, and Cloudflare has like a wildcard, and then routes it to Trafic. Trafic sees the sees the subdomain and has the auth in place. I'm gonna put authentic as the auth provider later, so that it can allow people to access it based on their role on my Discord server. So like tv.abu.guru is something I don't want everyone to have access to. So people with the pirate flag emoji will get access to that. What else? On my home for Heho, my Git, my Linktree alternative that's self-hosted, links to abu.guru. What else? I set this one up to verify my clanker on Discord. So Clankusi had the Discord as a blue sky. The DNS method didn't work, so I had to like use the file-based method to verify clankusi.abu.guru. What else is there? But I've uploaded like every community incantation already. I like it. I like Blue Sky. I like Blue Sky and Mastodon. But I am trauma bonded to Twitter because that's where all the tech people are. Like outside of the people, these are just health checks. Yeah, outside of because before Clankusi was doing the health checks and it ate up my usage. So I'm like, why should I use an LLM to do something simple that won't eat up my token? So I just bought in Uptime Kuma. But Clankusi can reach the Uptime Kuma API at the end of day and give me like add that to the daily digest of like what has been up with my infra throughout the day. Hilarious name. Yeah, my whole infra. So there's Clankusi and it's team. So there's Frontusi that handles front end work, Bakusi that handles back end work, Fully that does full stack stuff, Breakusi that does QA, Hakusi that does security. Yeah, and then there's Dino, which is for game server management. So there's a Hightail server that's off right now, and Cobblemon Minecraft server. Bakusi Debussy. I could. Now, Shonen, because you've been around a bit and you get my sense of humor, does it make sense why I put those tags? That's just who I am at the core. How you majored in mech-eng and became an infra guy? Yeah, I can. 1 second. Let me go through this and I'll tell you how. Then search engine. The search your Abura Guru. And OpenClaw can contact the search engine. So Clankusi has web search ability. What else? Where is it? Uptime Kuma. Streamio is a TV. Tourazia is a project that I've been working on, fully vibe coded. But not like the one-shot vibe coders that like say, "Oh, I built this whole thing in Scratch," and they don't care about the edge cases and they have no idea of what it takes to set it all up, and they think they have a working product after one prompt. This is 1 week of like making a lot of like fine-tuning, not fine-tuning, aligning it towards my direction, working on many different features for this Tourazia. And hopefully I'll be able to start monetizing this in 2 weeks. Already have a partner ready to test it out. But I'm not a dev. I'm a security and infra guy, and I don't care about the intricacies. Oh, Jay? Was Jay in chat this whole time? Yeah, thank you, Footlong, for the sub. Hello, Jay. Good. Have a good. You got gifted a sub. Yeah, hell yeah. Jay's Fairy's dad. And like, I'm so jealous. He's an epic dad. Have a good rest of your night, and hope you have a good work day tomorrow. You've been lurking. Sounds good. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, this is what I have posted on my not $30 anymore because they increased the pricing because of the hardware, the rising costs, and they're like, we have no option but to raise our prices to like you know, do make some profit after breaking even. I'm like, okay, I understand. So it's going to be $40 a month, and hopefully I can recoup it. Hopefully I can recoup it. What do you think, Stas? Oh, OpenClaw. Before I get into that, and I also have to tell Olavo how I got into security. Oh, it worked. For Heiho worked. Okay. Man, I'm so ADD today. What did it do? Guess we're skipping. I guess we are. Where I look, I've told people that I'm not a dev multiple times at the workplace as well, and they're like, "No, you're a dev." I'm like, "Okay," but I don't think I'm a dev. I'm a security person first and foremost. What did it do? Did it fix it? Okay, it upgraded to the new Prisma. Um, Let's take the new pipeline. Okay, it failed. I can investigate that later. E2E tests failed. Okay. Deployment failed, but notification worked, which is what I wanted. Okay. All right. The notification job ran. Worked. The pipe, I'll deal with this later. Did I do it in the wrong place? Notify failure success. Okay. Okay, yeah. OpenClaw. So there's water cooler where trusted people can interact with Clankusi and stress test it. Daily Digest is going to have like daily summaries. Daily Log is like going to have a daily like recap of what it's been up to. And then it'll upload all of the MDs nuts, Tour Asia related issues. BotSecOps is for like security logging. Content cache is where I have my preset of content that I want to work on, like on stream. But it's proven a good database for Blog Watcher, which is like a function within OpenClaw that the creator of OpenClaw made. That scans through the RSS feed and then adds it to the daily digest, and I can dive deeper. And then agent request is if I want it to do stuff for me, I come here. And I plan on doing more. And I gave it all socials of its own, G-space of its own. People say that this whole OpenClaw thing is changing their life, but I don't believe them, because there's no way you who have no technical ability got it to do all of that, and then you're selling a course on how to use OpenClaw. No. I do not believe. And how did I get into security? Well, I've been using Linux ever since Windows XP expired. And I didn't know what I was doing with it. So if I wanted to install an app, I'd be like, how to install Firefox on Ubuntu. And then they'll give me like a command. They're like, you gotta open the terminal. And I was like 11 at the time, I believe. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is this terminal thing? I paste it. I didn't even know what the command does. I'm like, what each variable that I passed in does, and I paste it. And like, I've just been Googling my way through Linux, and Ubuntu was still too heavy for the PC that I ran it on. Good night, hot dog flavor water. Thanks for hanging in. And I just Googled my way through, and I still didn't really like internalize what I was up to on like what exactly like I was doing with the command line. I just knew that running this command got me the thing I wanted. So it was just like going through forum posts. I never got good at like terminal until much later in life. I knew sudo would give you admin perms. I knew like cd changes to a directory, ls prints out, like I knew how to navigate like folders and stuff, but I still didn't see why anyone would use the terminal over the UI. So that kind of like made me feel weird about Linux, but it got me a working system in the end of the day that had security updates. So I just played with Ubuntu. It was too slow. Then I looked for alternatives that would fit my computer. Then I tried the different Lubuntu, Ubuntu alternatives, and like, okay, what is the difference, and why do they all start with different names? And like, okay, they're community run, but they just use a different desktop environment. I was like, okay, what the heck is the desktop environment? So one by one, I just like kind of did the journey and Googled my way through things. I also like jailbroke my PSP. I jailbroke my mom's Motorola. I was like very much a tinkerer. I'll try to open things apart. When I was 3, my dad recalls me having taken apart the whole DVD player. And when my parents got home, I was like, hey, look, the DVD player is now taken apart. I was so proud of it. And my dad was like, what the heck? That was an expensive player. So that was my nature. I don't think it was any of us in the family had the technical chops to put a DVD player together. I had one of those tiny cars that you can drive like as a baby. I rewired the car and then it stopped working, but somehow my dad was able to get it back working. So yeah, a lot of learn by doing. I wanted to get into computer science, but someone that I looked up to said, no, don't go into computer science. It's going to be dead. All of the software that we work with, like there's no more software that you can come up with. Like there's no more, there's no future in building, like going into software engineering, computer science, because almost every solution you can think of has already been built, which is very bad advice. And he's not a computer person, so he was an accountant. And my parents were like going to mechanical engineering. I was like, okay, fine. Either way, like I knew that I could learn like programming and stuff within that field on my own. So yeah, went into mechanical engineering, realized I didn't want to become a mechanical engineer after I graduate because most of the jobs had to do with HVAC, and I don't want to do HVAC. And I was not a big fan of like doing laborious physical work either. Hey Zeno, good to see you. I wanted to switch out, but I didn't have the money to switch out of it. I didn't want to spend more and transition to something else. But in the long run, I'm glad I did mechanical engineering. They were like, in the end of the day, I just needed the paper, right? I just needed something proving that I can learn. And that's what the degree got me. And also it passes a lot of compliance checks because a lot of companies require that you have a degree before they can hire you. I liked learning the mechatronics side of mechanical engineering, so built robots, and I really enjoyed that course. So there were things in the field that I really liked. I like the hands-on stuff, but the theoretical stuff, like, not my thing. I got accepted into a master's for mechanical engineering, and then I went to the prof and I talked to him about like my goals and what I wanted, and wanted to see if that his program would be a good fit for me. It's a really good program in mechanical engineering, and in the end, like I thought I'll just continue on the path I'm on right now. I got an internship while I was at university. The internship position was in the university's IT department to deal with cybersecurity. I started off doing like GRC stuff. They wanted me to make policies for the university or update the policies. And I did that, but I also expressed that I wanted to do something more technical and hands-on because I enjoyed that kind of stuff. So they put me in the SOC team, and I was working on the SIEM. I was making rules that would detect new events, alerts that would detect new events. We were using Alien Vault. That was my first SIEM. Level blue, interested. Then getting is helpful, yeah. Keep pace as a dev of security, you might as well, yeah. And knowing mechanical engineering is still useful for security because you still want to maintain like a secure vehicle, right? Or secure operational technology environment, and having an understanding of what kind of logs and what data what the data represents can help you like build the rules to make sure that the system's running at the uptime it's supposed to. Yeah, but you feel math physics degree could have actually taught you more. I mean, um once you've completed a bachelor's, right, set aside like the actual course contents. Going through like doing a whole bachelor's, it teaches you like proper learning skills, teamwork, making reports, um, a lot of transferable skills that you'd need before you go on to like learning something further. That I think that anyone that's completed a bachelor's will have the needed skills to learn things on their own. And this is advice that I gotten from my prof as well. Like they'd say, even if you got A pluses, it's not enough. You need to do things outside of academia to make it in the workplace. You got to learn new things, things that aren't completely related to your vocational aspirations. There for 5 years stars, so you had all those already, just needed a piece. Yeah, and there's just wanting a piece of paper. I did an MBA, a cheap MBA from Malaysia, completely online, because I wanted the paper for immigration reasons. Like, and I thought, okay, MBAs also like have a stronger leverage to for upward mobility in the workplace. So I did an MBA. It cost me like, I think, KSAR. No, that's a little too low. Or somewhere around 2000 USD. And it was by Asia E University, which is a Malaysian university, and it's well known. I did it because I wanted to get back into Canada, and it did give me the points I needed to get back into Canada. It's just that by the time I got the degree on my hand and I was about to get the accreditation, so you need to do a WES accreditation. They will look at the course contents, they look at the reputation of the university, and then they'll see if it's equivalent to a Canadian master's. And then once you have that paperwork, you have the points you need. I got the degree 3 weeks ago on my hand. I completed it January 2025. I received the degree January 2026. And by the time I received it, the Canadian points have like gotten more demanding. So now I'm like, I don't want to think about Canada anymore. Hello, Maxine. Welcome in. So I want to do law in Ireland at TUD. Fuck. I plan on doing this on a rubber. I don't want to do it illegally, Mr. Anti-Communist. I, I don't want that all of that to fire back. Free 5-star hotel stay, iPhone, and 4 children. But the government really needs to regulate all of that, bruh. Because if you put loopholes, I don't blame the people, but if you put loopholes like that, people will take advantage of it. So I blame the government for not watching out for their own people first. Because in the end, it's like your taxpayer money that's being abused. Rupert Lowe. Okay. Probably try to flee to Canada. I would consider it too. Yeah. Because in Canada, like I did everything the right way, right? I went to a prestigious university. I went to Queen's U. It's like considered Ivy League-ish in Canada. Anyone that knows you're an engineer from Queen's U, they know you've been battle tested. And they also, Queen's engineers have a reputation of being extremely sociable and hardworking. They know that we work hard, we play hard, because we party hard. I partied hard. I threw a lot of banger parties at my university. But I also man, I had nights where I've cried because of the amount of homework and having to keep up with everything. It's also the university Elon Musk went to, where Tasium went to. Bunch of Nobel laureates from this university. So I went there. I did an internship while I was at that university. Internship doesn't count as Canadian work experience. So all of those years never counted towards my points for immigration. Then COVID hit. I was unemployed for 9 months. So I lost 9 months of having a work permit to COVID, right? By the time I had, I had 1 more month I needed being in the Canadian workplace to get the points I needed to immigrate. But I rage quit because I was under a lot of pressure and the workplace wasn't treating me well, which I regret doing, rage quitting. I should have waited at least 1 more month. And I was on the job hunt, and my work permit time ran out, and I left the country. I didn't want to overstay. I didn't want to, do things illegally. And then I see, and I've been in the country 8 years. I see on the side a lot of Indian students going to diploma mills in Canada, which are like one building colleges that barely battle test the students. They are fraudulent organizations that sell degrees, diploma, certificates for a fee with no academic study, coursework, or accreditation. So they offer these diplomas for high prices that don't really help. A lot of the people that graduate from diploma mills are not fit enough for the workplace, from what I've noticed. This diploma mill grants you, and a lot of the people that come to the diploma mills from India, they already have bachelors, so they're doing like a postgraduate program. So they already have bachelors, they do the diploma mills, and then they're already like a much higher immigration points than I am. And then they go to they use their connections, they get a job doing either they're working at Tim Hortons, which is like a famous Canadian coffee chain. They're doing work that doesn't fit with their job requirements because they have an in with whoever's managing that environment, and they'll produce a letter saying that they've been doing a managerial position, blah blah blah, and that gets them the points that they need to immigrate. I don't blame the Indian students or anyone that takes advantage of the system. I blame the government for not putting proper controls in place to let such a thing happen. Because it just made the economy so much worse. Like my interest in Canada is gone because of how expensive things have gotten, how the housing market is like wrecked. Mark Carney has been doing a good job though, cracking down, making things strict. But the steps he's doing is not going to help me. It's going to help people that are already in the country, which is fine. Like I'm just salty that none of that happened when I was there. So 8 years in Canada down the drain. Yeah, they did after Mark Carney. It will contribute to housing and collapse and the diploma mill thingy. I wonder how it will affect higher education though, because a lot of the good institutions still rely. Actually, no, it's a lie. Hey Noah, I'll get to that. Um, a lot of these universities have funds or investment funds, endowment. Yeah, they have massive endowments. So all they need to do is sell some of the investments they have, but no, they want to keep those funds there, and they constantly go, like they email me, hello, you're an alumni, consider donating to us. I'm like, bruh, why? And international students, yeah, they just want money coming in when they already have the money or like they have the wealth, but they just want to see the number go up in their endowments. I don't know how much they have, but they have a lot of assets under their management. And I don't know what's the purpose of like keeping these funds if you're not going to use it towards operational expenditure and you're relying on money to have to keep coming from outside. What's the King's endowment? King's, is this safe for work? Okay, I know about this. Okay, I did. I already. It's too late. Luckily, like it's set to Saudi Arabian search. How do I get tokens? Free model works. Can you elaborate, Noah? Because right now, oh, the king was well endowed. Okay, I've been using the pro plan of the ZAI. The AI uses tokens even if you have the free model. Yes. How do I get tokens? I don't understand how I get tokens. This is $30. ZAI. It's decent. It's decent, but I hit API limits and it can be slow sometimes. But the reasoning is good. So I'm using the 30 per month plan. Yeah, every prompt does use token. There's a limit every hour. Yeah. So I don't know. For me over here, there's a 5 hour quota and a weekly quota. I ran through my weekly quota because I kind of misused it. I put it against CI/CD pipelines, and that just ate up my whole thing. It's resetting in on the 5th, and by the time that resets, I made changes, so it'll use like 97% less of what it used to. Yeah. For the tour Asia, it was all like me vibing. I haven't really written a line of code. But for my infra, it was mostly me. Yo, Flo. Good to see you, Flo. But I'm not a dev. I don't know web dev. I don't like doing web dev, so I'd rather just put it in a loop until it keeps correcting itself. And I have the max coding plan from work. And I have never been able to run out of my weekly limit so far. VAI is what's powering Clankusi. Yeah. But I've been hearing good things about Kimi K2. GLM5 doesn't have vision. I've been hearing really good things. People who have bought their coding plan really like the limits and they really like the man. I'm slow today. Kimi code. The API is not as slow as ZAI. So I'm considering maybe I'll go to Kimi K2.5, but I'll wait until the end of my billing period for this, cancel it. And hopefully by then there'll be newer models, and depending on the benchmarks, for free. Hey, commanders. Were there limits though, commanders? Because I don't know if it's something I can put against my OpenClaw. So see, GLM5 versus 4.6 in terms of just pure intelligence, very close. So it's really good at reasoning. Kimi 2.5 is also quite close, right? So the trade-off wouldn't be that bad. And it's cheaper, much cheaper than using intelligence versus cost to run. Interesting. So Mimo V2 Flash and Minimax M2.5. Minimax M2.5. So it's by Minimax. I want to see how, if it is Minimax in this. Yeah, no, Minimax is nowhere. Oh, it's here. It's 42. But I want its reasoning to be really good. So hopefully, like within the next month, there'll be new models, and I can decide accordingly who I want to pay. And if this website does well, Tourism, then those costs will be like, it'll offset the costs that I'm using to build it. We shall see. All right. Enough AI talk, because I am tired of AI and LLMs and I want to learn. Yeah, I got into this program in Ireland and I do want to learn law. I want to be part of policy making. Nope, I don't like JS. Just flow. I want to be part of policy making. It's about time. It's about time the legal world had people who knew what the tech does. So I want to be part of policy making in everything: privacy, security, intellectual property. What is this? Rust quiz. Bro, I don't know if I'm ready for something like this. Take care, Shonen. Thanks for coming by. They won't let you into politics unless you prove your ineptitude with and Ireland has a pretty straightforward immigration path. You work for 2 years after graduating. They give you residency. No point system. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's see. Trait. What the fuck's a trait? Self-implemented. Implement. What does this do again? Trait. Self print one. Trait for bool. But I don't understand what's going on here. I'm going to say undefined behavior. Incorrect. It doesn't output anything. No, wait, it prints 1 or 2. Pretty similar to interfaces in other languages. True as what is then? I didn't learn what this is. Bool as straight fn true. Straight as straight. True. Bruh. Dynamic cast. Yeah, I don't think I've learned this. I'm just gonna say 1. What? Is it 2 then? Oh, do I need to put the... Wait, is the answer it does not compile? Damn it. Wait, back. With author was also stumped by this one. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of fuck ass hint? Ireland, UK in general gonna get quite spicy over the next year. The liberal system of immigrants isn't working out well for the locals. Oh no. I don't know DIN very well. Generally don't use it, but probably would be good to know. But I'm gonna skip this. Let's see what else is there. FG. I can. Inherent method F on the trait object DIN trait. So you see how bad I am with programming. As far as I know, given that these names shadow each other, so I'm like just LARPing in software and game dev. No syntax for calling the inherent f on den trait. One additional syntax to try would be, okay, if the trait method were named, we all LARPers. Yeah. Both of these would call the inherent method. If the inherent method were named something different, both of these would call the trait method. But if the trait method and the inherent method are both F, then the compiler reports an ambiguity.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill. For now, the quiz code prints 22222. The heck? more effort to wrap it around your head than a language usually would. Yeah, that's why I chose to learn it, because of the challenge. Yeah, I'll keep this as a resource for myself. And when I get better at it, I don't feel confident enough to answer quizzes, then I'll do it. You speak? Bruh. Wanting me to write like it was Rust? Yeah. And EU is like the place that's kind of driving policy throughout the world for people. It used to be the US when it came to cybersecurity. Now it seems like more EU that everyone's kind of copying. Like Saudi has their own cybersecurity policy, heavily but I don't know any German. It's going to be so tough going to Germany. Language is a big factor. And I already have so many languages under my belt. I don't know if I want to add German to my list. Um, bruh. Hey, Arun, du bist Berliner? Flo is from Germany. How was the stream today? So I read this a lot. They have one by NCA is what spearheaded it. Bruh. It was crazy. 6 stories in one go. Finally came to the States from Germany like 6 generations ago. Is it too late to go back? So there is NCA, which has their own security policy, but this is very broad. And then there's SAMA, which is Saudi Central Bank. And they have their own cybersecurity framework that fits central bank, the central bank. And any fintechs have to be compliant with this framework, which was heavily inspired by NIST, cybersecurity framework. Bruh. It's crazy, like the standards available at NIST. They have like NIST cigarettes. How hard is Arabic? Which dialect do I don't speak Arabic, Flo. I'm not an Arabic speaker. I'm not fluent in it. The cigarette. For online gambling sites, fun target to work on. Damn, you've been making it hard for hackers to take advantage of gambling sites. I don't like fintech. I don't like capital markets. But I'm damn good at securing capital market environments. Fuck my life. I don't like tourism, but I'm working on a tourism platform because that's like what that's the family business, and that's the only idea I have right now that can help me bring money. I don't like people that visit countries and don't get to understand or learn about the culture and just there to like sit in their hotel rooms and take pictures and not participate and learn from. And that's what most of tourism has been. It's just like, I went to this place, I stayed at this fancy hotel, I don't know anything about the country. Machete attacked the locals. Where's that happening? not big on capitalism, but I'm a damn good capitalist. I'm good risk taker, damn good. It's a very fun game to play, and I hate that the world allows for it to. It allows for me to be able to take advantage of these holes. How many languages do you speak? English fluently. No, Drain Glanglazar. Are you for real? Also, hello, welcome in. I'm sorry to hear that. English, right, fluent English. Can understand, but not speak. Ammo. Oh shit. How do I make it dark mode? Fuck. How do I make this dark mode? Wait. Are you crazy? My English isn't fluent. I'm gonna kick your ass. And the worst part is every time I go into one of the Commonwealth, like US, no, it's not US. When I had to go to Canada for undergrad, I had to do an English proficiency test. And then I go to Canada, and in university, they have a test that you got to do to prove your English capability. All of the international students are like acing it. And then there's like Canadians for generations who fail it. Tamil, I can understand. I can speak Kunjum, very little. But with my relatives, I'll reply in English. They talk to me in Tamil. Hindi, Urdu, which is, they're all like very similar, but there are a few differences. French, Arabic. A bit of vocab, but no understand Spanish. No hablo. I actually did have a draw.abu.guru way back. It used to be draw.io. I had a self-hosted draw.io. What else? English is the only language I can speak fluently. And I'm kind of mad at my parents that they didn't speak their mother tongues around me. Oh, the other one. I can a bit of vocab but no understand. Sinhala. Languages that I can write. Languages that I can write. English, Arabic, Sinhala, and I guess French and Spanish as well because like they use the same letters. Yeah, Sinhala. Do you not know the Amogus emote? Amogus emote. Wait. This letter. One bad word. What? Huto. Is that it? I don't know. There. Okay, yeah. Hukamak? I don't know what that is. This is the Amogus letter. It's from Sinhala. I can write Sinhala because I learned it in school. Yeah. My friend Mishal, he speaks very good Sinhala. Um I don't know why. Usually Muslim families in Sri Lanka, they speak Tamil, but his family like speaks Sinhala more. So his command over Sinhala is much better. He just like they speak Tamil as well, but he speaks Sinhala. Like he when I visit Sri Lanka, like it's him usually like talking to everyone. It's not like good Sinhala, but it's enough to do business with. Mogas with the right localization. Oh yeah, you can. There is a Sinhala keyboard as well. Sinhalese keyboard. But I don't think they're like hardware. It's all like you gotta get like stickers and stuff. So yeah, but my fallback is English. That it's so hard for me to commit to a language because I want to learn and get good at all of them. Like, you know how scatterbrained I am. I won't say I'm ADHD. You teach me Tamil, yes, and my dad will be very impressed. My dad speaks. I don't understand my parents, man. They're so good at so many languages. Your dad will hate. No, my dad will love it. My dad will be so confused. Their hobby collecting hobby rocks. Right? Yeah, because like, he was so lost. Like, why is he using these kind of words? Blah blah blah. And then he saw that it was two words. Was it? What was the name of that guy? That actor turned politician. Vijay. He saw that he was against Vijay and he's like, okay, understandable. Like, it's valid. That guy's crazy. And then he's like, oh, can you send me the link? Okay, I want to show this to my friend. Like, he doesn't, this is not going to be on the YouTube, but like, this is all happening live streams. Like, oh, okay. He doesn't use Twitch. He doesn't understand it. Getting more hobbies, but it can be bit. Um, I will try new things out. I like trying new things. And then if I vibe with it, then I become obsessed. Uh, but I guess now my biggest hobby is streaming. Like I really enjoy just before I started streaming, it was me coming home from work and rotting in bed because of like I was ruminating a lot, blah blah blah. Paul Kudri, Flo is crazy with languages. This guy's. How do you know? How do you know Chinese? You're crazy. Like I don't know. I might have come from Isn't it? Is it there too? Right? Uh, Chinese languages. The way I said, how do you speak Chinese is like how some people would say, do you speak Indian? And I hate it when I hear that. So Mandarin and Cantonese, right? Yeah. So which Chinese? Shanghainese, Mandarin, Gan, Hakka. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. How do you know Tamil phrase flow? Bruh, Arun knows too much. Arun knows way too much. He knows his shit. Like, highly recommend checking out his streams. He covers South Asia politics very well. He's a dev, software dev. No software dev world, he knows his shit. He's been covering a bit of tech in because he is like a political streamer, right? And he's been pushing for people to try open source more, or like sowing seeds. Try Linux now. This is a good time. A lot of people don't understand why are we talking tech when it's politics, and every decision, including the technology used, has political ramifications. So they got to think about that as well. And fuck Microsoft. Seriously, fuck Microsoft, man. They've been making my life hell.
Fuck Microsoft! Okay. Fuck!
Yeah.
Alright.
Arun, did you see the Californian and Colorado thing where they want to have verification, age verification, even on Linux system? How are they gonna enforce that? I've gone over this 3 times already on stream, but since Arun's here, I want to show him what I have running on my Hetzner. There, ditch Gentoo and go LFS. Man, LFS would be really fun, bro. LFS would be really fun to do on stream someday. I'll just put that in my stream ideas challenge. LFS. All right. Yeah, manage LFS. But I don't know if I want to touch Gentoo. Arun uses Gentoo. He's a Gentoo guy. No. These are all of the services that are running on my Hetzner infra. So everything through Cloudflare. Cloudflare routes wildcard to Traefik. Traefik has authentication and routes per subdomain to everything else. So my little link, links.abu.guru, is a container. I have a Git instance for Heho. Yep. And then Dino Pterodactyl, which has the game server hosting. Yeah. So the thing I don't like about Uptime Kuma is I need to go in there and manually add new monitors. So what I did is, it's just like a open source uptime monitoring tool. This dashboard that you're seeing is Uptime Kuma. It used to be $30, Arun. Let me log in and show you. I need to fuck me always. I hate this. Well, my name's my Gmail address. All right. V CPU, 24 GB RAM, 480 GB local. They increased it to $40 because of the hardware prices. It's okay. The only thing I worry about is not being doxxed. It's about email spam. Fuck me, is it expensive or is it pricey, Arun? What do you think? Hetzner is I used to be on Contabo. Yeah, I used to be on Contabo. Right? And their equivalent plan for 24 GB RAM, 8V CPU is, I guess, the first month is 12 and then they rise it up to 15. Netcup, I used to have Netcup. Netcup? Yeah, wait. Netcup. Netcup is cheaper? Oh no, I guess I was thinking of the wrong thing. Online project, is it cheaper? That's the 24 GB. They have 32. They don't have 24. 22 euros. Okay. I just don't know the reliability because I paid very little for the Contabo and the performance is ass. I can feel the lag between my keystroke and when it shows up on screen. And then the Minecraft server that we had on Dino, everyone was complaining about how slow it was because they were overselling. Buy and refund. That's true. Might do a head scale plus Kuma instance. Otherwise, you lose power, then you lose power. Yeah. Head scale. What's head scale? Head scale or tail scale? What? Oh, it's an open source alternative to tail scale control server. I need to bring tail scale into my infra because right now my port 22 is buttholes open. It's open for probing. Yeah, so now they bought it up to 40. And we'll see. Because good night, Flo. Thanks for coming by. The Minecraft server is from Jan's community. So from Jan's community, Mystics, and he's running the Cobblemon server. And before I told him he can run it on my infra, I asked him how much was he paying to run his server using these SaaS platforms. I forgot what platform he was using, and he was paying $80. I was like, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't be paying that much. Just let me host it for you. Yeah. So he said he will like help cover some of the costs. Java dead yet? No. Why would you think so? Everyone loves Minecraft Java, and all of the mods are for Minecraft Java. It's the Bedrock version that's not doing so well. It's just like it's more open of a platform than Bedrock that people are like modding it, self-hosting servers. Like Tubbo, right? He's like the Minecraft streamer. Tubbo has been doing software and game dev streams. And he has his own Tubtuber. No, Tubputer. Tubputers. He has his own like tech channel, right? And he's running his own home lab. DJs as well. It's crazy. First customer, massive server room upgrade, and then he has Play.hosting, free Minecraft servers, now with support for Hightail. All of this running on his infra. Its backend is Pterodactyl, the same thing I use, the same thing I'm using. but Lilypad kind of modified it so that it can work at the scale he's having. Is there a status page? No. He has a nice Grafana dashboard as well. And he's expanding into doing VPS hosting. So last week, he spent like 4 streams trying to figure out how to build his own VPS service. It's pretty neat. He is a little dismissive, but like when you try to help him out, but I'll set that aside because he's really young. Like Tabo is 22, and I was probably way more arrogant at that age. So we'll give it time. Well, like it's really admirable seeing someone that like, started Minecraft at his age and like just pick this up on the side and build a service that runs. And he's also very upfront about the uptime. So play hosting uptime or SLA. No, it's not 95. That's a lie. He said it's somewhere. Did he increase it to 95? It used to be in the 60s. Man, he increased it. Oh, for paid services, okay. Including VPS and dedicated services, okay. Free hosting is best effort basis. Uptime target for free services remains 26.82 of any given month. So yeah, he's pretty open about like the free service uptime. Receive a selfie of Tabo smiling. And I didn't get far. I'm like 1 paragraph in today. We were just yapping. That's fine though. It means I'm having a good time. Maybe I need to start learning Rust off stream. Tests are running at the same time. You must make sure your tests don't depend on each other or any shared state, including a shared environment. There's current working directory or environment variables. Yeah. Example. Say each of your tests runs some code that creates a file on disk, name test output, and writes some data to that file. And each test reads. It's crazy how much VPS price has increased, eh? But yeah, Arun, it is expensive, but if you can find a way to make that money back from the services you set up, or if you're self-hosting your speaking of Grief-Stricken Winds, his documentary, and it has sources, stories. If you can expand, if you're going to expand this website to like, aggregate info, news sources, everything regarding Tamil Elam, outside of just the documentary, and then set up donation links to support this, I'm sure like you can make it back, Arun. I heard Elam. I was saying about Grief-Stricken Winds and talking about how it is expensive running the service, running a VPS. But if you can monetize it, because I have ways to monetize my VPS. Because I'm hosting services people are using. If right now just Grief-Stricken Winds does the documentary, right? That shit's on Netlify. Oh, okay. How is it Netlify cheap? Free? It's free. Okay. And you can bring your own domain and they allow it. That's cool. Generous monthly limits. But right now it's just regarding the documentary, right, Aaron? Like I don't want to mm, give unsolicited advice or anything, but just throwing out ideas. If you expand it to more than just covering, like advertising your documentary, you could like add sources, news sources, people that um you research from, blah blah blah. In fact, the fact funding for all this entirely self-funded. Pearl, okay, nice. Share, yeah. I not only give, but I hope the reader will disseminate information far and wide. Own media, yeah. Can I trust you? Citations for all sources. Would you be willing to, yeah. You start making, wasn't originally your idea. Get the idea to consolidate information in one place. Okay. Still ongoing, yes. Modern version of the state of Ceylon. Okay, you have everything in one place in the FAQ. Okay, okay. Nice. Like I remember way back when I was a kid, like bumping into like blog posts of people who would talk about blogs that would of people that would talk about this, and it was very new to me. Um, but like then I just forgot about it. I don't remember where the resources were. But if we can like make it the one-stop shop for everything, the Elam like resources, news, uh, people that you've vetted and trust to be a source of news. And also like why not add a donation link? Because this is like hard work. Like self-funding, I understand, but it's work, right? It's time you put out of your life for this cause. And then you can support organizations. You could be transparent about who you're gonna support with this kind of money. Yeah, if it is free, I understand. I understand. If you're not paying any costs on it, I understand. We can give it directly to Pearl Action. Yeah, you can make that pretty clear. Like a portion of this will be used to pay for, the infra costs, and then the editors or anyone that works on Grief-Stricken Winds. And then also Pearl Action. Or if you don't want to take a cut from it, any money that goes towards supporting this, I'm gonna send it to Pearl Action. Like when it comes to like modern day, someone that's in touch with social media, that's covering that news, you're the only one I can think of, Arun. Like I know like the guy that runs the Tamil Tamil Guardian's also very socially active. Yeah, Tusian, but he's not a streamer. He doesn't do YouTube. He doesn't reach the younger crowds, in my opinion. And it usually gets parents thinking when their children come to them and start asking questions like, oh, I that's how we got to how I started with my dad. I learned from you, and then I started questioning him, and you could see the gears turning in his head. Because my parents don't know about Twitch. They don't know how to control the algorithms on Instagram or Facebook so that it feeds them the content they want. It's just like they they're controlled by what the algorithm feeds them, and it's mostly AI and propaganda. Whereas the younger crowds have a bit better handle over controlling what's being fed to them. um, and then it's us that goes to our parents and then ask the questions and challenge them, and then they go and talk to other parents. With a narrative without seeing actual oppression that's taken place. I mean, you can say that of like pretty much all countries that have a strong sense of nationalism or patriotism. Yeah. But yes, Sri Lankans are a stubborn bunch. But if you do change the Sri Lankan's mind to fight for you, they will fight for you. You can use that to your advantage as well. But when Michelle, like, when I changed Michelle's mind, the guy's not stopping. I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for you, man. Because he lives in Sri Lanka. So, yeah. And they're also very political. They do talk politics all the time. You enter the airport, you'll already hear people like complaining and getting into fights about like the direction that the country's running towards. It's not physical fights, like people just like yelling and then like complaining, like the queue is long. It is a failure on part of the government. It used to be so good back in the day. These bloody bastards raped our country. You'll hear things like this as you enter the airport. Deprogrammed by yeah, you'll hear that kind of like vernacular from people, especially from the diaspora that is visiting the country. They have an idea of what it used to be like when they were there, and then they come couple years later, and then like they're not happy with their experience in the airport. Yeah, and they don't even know about that, Arun. They don't know that their military goes, like, if you bring up, like, they wouldn't even know that their military was in Haiti. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Bro, even the culture of like dealing with sexual assaults and talking about rape in Sri Lanka is crazy. I know a lot of friends who've been like taken advantage of by like family members, like uncles and shit. And then when they talk about it, their own parents will say, "Don't. You don't want to bring that kind of name. You don't want to let people know that something like this happened to you. You don't want to bring the family name down." Fuck, I forgot to put my Blue Sky Live thingy. How's your Blue Sky following, Arun? Let me check. You abandoned it? Fuck. Okay. I really like Act Proto. I think it's a really cool concept. I mean, it's not that different from um, Activity Pub. But I like the ecosystem. And they've also got stream.place, right? Which runs on Act Proto. I wonder aren't how they manage this, but they're relying on weirdly on a crypto platform. I forgot the name of it though. Sovereignty by design, blah blah, built for federation by Life Peer. Yeah, they're running on Life Peer, and people who run Life Peer nodes get paid to do the transcoding and whatnot. How have it done? PT coin market cap. So I did some searching in Blue Sky about how people feel for running on a crypto platform, but they don't endorse the buying the token or anything. They just say we're powered by LifePeer. That's how we don't pay for running for the streaming. So it peaked at 60 in 2022 and it's fallen. But yeah, you could go live on Blue Sky now. So just go live and put your Twitch stream. Then I say I'm gonna be live for another 30 minutes. Go live. So is on Twitch, yeah. Honestly, no need to worry about just the South Asian folks. Let other people see and then hold us accountable. And like, hey, I heard this is happening in your country. And then we'll have to like learn our shit and challenge back. um, and then I get a little live on my profile. So similarly, you can put your stream.place. And a lot of people who are passionate about at proto are on stream.place. Ad free viewing, no ads, nothing. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, 7 people. It is very niche though. There are some devs that stream to stream.place, and there are mostly people that work on at proto. Like, what's his name? That's big. Dan Abramov. He's not on Twitter at all now. It's all him working on at proto. Yeah, he made Redux. No, like React. Yeah, it is the most. It is the easy choice though. No one else knows out. Like even what was the Google one? What was it called? Google's React Angular. There you go. Now after that, I guess it's Vue that's most used. I'm not sure. I don't know anything web dev. Are you web dev, Arun? What kind of stuff do you do? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do not enjoy web dev at all. No. No. Sounds good, Zeno. Thanks for coming by. Least shitty thing about incontinence. Is incontinence like the ability to not poop? Involuntary leakage of urine due to bladder control. Oh wait. Is that it is that okay. The other thing why I can't bash on American politics much is because my mom works. First of all, I do want to travel to the US and I don't want them scrubbing my socials to see if I do like the people, right? I don't like the government. I do like there are some of like American values that I do and do like. And I like that there's like such a broad diversity of opinion in that country. Um, but I don't have an American passport. It's more like freedom of speech for me, but not for thee. So if you're a foreigner and you have um, country values that go against national interest, it can put you in trouble. Like, you know, a lot of those students, the international students that were deported or like jailed for attending the pro-Palestinian protests. So that's why I don't get geopolitical, because one, I want to visit, I want to get visas, and second, my mom works at the American embassy, so I don't want to get her in trouble either. Go to Europe? Oh yeah, Ireland. Did I tell you I got into this law program I run in Ireland? I wanted to do 2026 intake, but I think I'm going to save up for one more year. Yeah. So I can comfortably live there. And there is a job that's coming my way. It's like 90% confirmed, but we don't know when it'll come my way. And it'll allow me to work remotely. It's in fintech from a company in the US. And I know the VP has been on my streams and really wants to hire me to do security and DevOps work. So it's like rebooting the C-suite, and after that, he said he'll come to me with a concrete offer. So like I'm 90% banking on that. Otherwise, I'll have to like stick it out for another year. If that works out, then I'll do Ireland this year. But I'll be able to travel more and work remotely, which will be good. I feel stuck in Saudi. It returns 10 for. Yeah. I'll get a Canadian visa as well, so I can spend longer time in Canada with my brother and sister and be with my friends, because most of my closest friends are Canadian, like the ones that, you know, if they jump off a bridge, I'll jump with them kind of friends. What's happening here? Princeton returns 10, got the value A, and then return 10. Test super. Test will pass. Value. Princeton returns 10, 4. Search value 10. This test will fail. 8. It'll fail because it's going to return 10. Yeah. Add 2. Need to be 4. Add 3 and 2. What the heck? Okay, add 2. This will pass. Add 2. This will pass. All 3 will pass, right? Yeah. Single test, only test with 100 rand. Other 2 tests didn't match that name. The test output lets us know we had more tests that didn't run by displaying as 2 filtered out at the end. We can't specify the names of multiple tests this way. Our test will be used, but there is a way to run multiple tests. Filtering to run multiple tests. We can specify part of test name, and any test whose name matches that value will be run. For example, because of 2 of our tests names contain add, we can run those 2 by running cargo test add. Only that test. Because we name add, only by, so naming convention will help with that. Interesting. Here they just, okay, smart. Ignoring tests until specifically requested. Might want to exclude them most of your cargo tests rather than listing as arguments all tests you do want to run. You can instead annotate the time-consuming tests using the ignore attribute to exclude them, as shown here. You do the exclude, okay. Expensive test is listed as ignored. If we want to run only the ignore test, we do cargo test ignore, okay. Neat. All right. That's enough. At least 1 page. That's progress. I'm not gonna give up, even if it's gonna take 1 page per stream. We say bad kick.